What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at XRP, which is currently down roughly 3.35%. The entire market has started to slightly fall off today. Literally as soon as I started making this video, we've entered this sort of flush where you can see, single candle really causing a dump today. The same on Bitcoin. Yeah, no real reason why that's happening yet. I think it's just going to be a regular sell-off going into the weekend, as we usually see on the S&P, which I think if we go into a lower time frame here, you can see the sell-off is commencing. So again, I just think it's a sort of carry on from what we've talked about in the previous videos, where crypto is sort of just following the stock market right now and how it's acting. So a lot of the major catalysts that are happening for crypto and for XRP in specific aren't really showing their true potential, simply because we had obviously the DeepSeek news this week, which caused a huge crash across the entire market, crypto, stocks, everything like that. Even though it didn't affect crypto as much, crypto just sort of correlates to stocks, and if stocks are dumping, then crypto is also going to be dumping. And then we got some good news about the Federal Reserve potentially introducing crypto into it. Had some positive news for XRP as well, and overall it's just sort of been overshadowed by the DeepSeek news that came out this week. So overall though, the XRP hasn't really been crashing as much as other coins. It's actually been performing really well, holding over $3 for practically the entirety of the time. We obviously had a huge wick down to like $2.65 here, but instantly that got bought up. Like if you go on the 1 hour chart here, you can see how quickly that was getting bought up. The wicks were huge, even on the 1 hour, and yeah, it just kept constantly getting bought up, creating new fair value gaps. So we're probably going to come back down to fill a few of those, maybe sweep a few lows, maybe go to like 295, somewhere around there, and before we really go up. I think the weekend is just going to be a consolidatory period. I don't think there's going to be any major news. There never really is. And yeah, I just think it's going to sort of consolidate through. Now, we had a few trades in the Discord which are performing quite well. Some new ones which we opened, but overall we had today, for example, we had an OP trade which hit 45% profit at take profit 1, and another trade which hit 15% profit on spot, another trade which hit 800% profit. So a lot of trades which are performing really well in the Discord. And if you're not in there, then make sure you check out the Discord. It will be linked in the description, the first link there. You can join up and you can copy all of those trades and start winning with us. Now if we take a look at Bitcoin dominance also, this has started to actually dump off, and I think that's why altcoins aren't dumping as much. Like if we compare Bitcoin's down 1.3% to altcoins, some altcoins are still up, like DOT is up 2.6%, ETH is up 2%. So altcoins aren't really dumping off that much, simply because Bitcoin dominance has also started to dump. And in this morning's video, we actually talked about this candle potentially turning red, and that if it turns red, it will be very good for altcoins. And guess what? It has turned red. So if we close this week with a red candle, that will be very good. It means we've not broken through that high, and we potentially haven't started a new uptrend. So we must look to continue this trend down, break through $2,700 here on Bitcoin dominance, and then also alt season will really start. For Bitcoin, we need this to break above 102 this week. It can currently do so, really just needs to slightly pump up, maybe like 1% more. I think it can do so on Saturday, Sunday, and then we close the week Monday, new candle, we close, and we can start the journey up to $114,000, which I think will be the next target. And if we break past that, then the next target is 140, but obviously we have to observe 114 first. The S&P, again, talked about this, it's been dumping off simply due to DeepSeek. I think it will carry on its upward trajectory really soon, just a matter of time. So yeah, not really much going on in the crypto market today. Been quite a hectic week, been quite a hectic month overall as well. If we take a look at just January as a whole, at least for XRP, it was quite a good January. We went from $2.14 all the way up to $3.40, actually $3.40. Now it's back down to 3. We actually hit a very good trade on XRP. It was from around this entry right here that we got, and then yeah, I mean we longed all the way up to this resistance here at 21% sorry, profit, and we also took profits here at 30%. So yeah, good trade overall. We then obviously closed the trade out and moved on to our other positions. We had a good trade on Solana this week. Well, that might have been last week actually. I can't fully remember now. It was last week, yeah. So we took a trade from Solana in January from 180 all the way up to 290, a near perfect trade. We missed out on the very top and the very bottom by like a few dollars. So practically a perfect trade there. Other trades that I'm going to be looking for on XRP are going to be somewhere around this area. If we're able to come down to like $2.78, $2.70 again, but not like this week. So I don't usually enter on the daily chart. I like to chart out on the daily chart, find a narrative. The narrative for me, I think, is bullish right now. So what I do is I only look for longs, then I go into like a 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute time frame. So like here, for example, you know, we sort of created an order block here. So then I would have been looking for an entry to come back down into this order block, and then a long, you know, from here. That's what I would have been looking for. We didn't do that. Instead, if we go into a 15-minute time frame, we probably did something on that where, for example, we had one fair value gap, you know, two fair value gaps here, and then you would have been looking for trades at either fair value gap. You could have had, you know, entry here, entry at half, entry at full, here an entry even at half or full would have, or the tap would have been filled, and then you're targeting the previous highs, the lower highs from, you know, the most recent high. It really depends on your strategy, but this is sort of how I find the entries. I personally like to target the daily high, and what I mean by that is the high on the daily chart, not the high from the day, which can be quite confusing. So here, for example, I target this high right here at 25% profit. And another thing I like to do also on these trades is mitigate risk as quickly as possible. So as soon as the trade gets hit and we start rallying a bit, you know, we're in 5-10% profit here, like unleveraged, that is. With leverage, it's like 50 to 100% profit. I instantly start putting my stop loss up, either whether that's at break even, at 20% profit with leverage, you know, 50% profit with leverage. As soon as we start heading up, I start putting my stop loss up higher and higher. That way I'm mitigating the most risk, and if the trade does reverse and does crash back down, we get, you know, stops out in profits, and we actually profit from the trade rather than lose. I think that's the best strategy to do and follow. Obviously it sort of limits your gains if, you know, the market does crash and then instantly reverses, but it's a much more stress-free way of trading, which I much rather prefer than, you know, constantly stressing if the market starts dumping and then your trade is in massive drawdown, you know, and you're about to get liquidated. So yeah, that's what I prefer doing. Now, other coins I'm going to keep an eye out for this weekend. HBAR has been performing quite well. We're looking for some long trades at this area, not entered any yet. Dogecoin again at quite a close support area, looks quite good as well. Pepe, which has been flying today, but not Pepe. Sui, another coin, maybe this can come back down to this area where we can find some more longs. Accumulated a bit at this area on spot but not derivatives. Fetch has been very, very slow, so potentially looking for more accumulations, more longs, in hopes that it can pick up. Render, another coin, been quite slow, but again, when the AI narrative picks up a bit again, this should be mooning. Other coins, Polkadot, been quite good at these lows, actually performing quite well, unlike what a lot of people think. So yeah, Polkadot looks good. I don't think we'll probably come back down to this area, but if we do, there's more accumulations there, more long positions there for the taking. AVAX, I really thought would come back down to this area. Maybe we still will do, using this new area as a resistance, coming back down to here, something like that. Solana, just going to be using this as a support probably, so yeah, going to be watching this level very drastically. ETH performing well, bounced off of this sort of support level that we have, using this white line as a resistance right now. Hopefully it can break above. If it is able to do so, then altcoins will be mooning. If not, we'll probably come back down, maybe even to the low of this red box. And finally, Bitcoin, as we talked about, waiting for the close on the weekly chart above 102.8, preferably 103. Close above that would be great, and then we look to target 114. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, then check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign up rewards, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, as it helps out a ton. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.